The player allows you to display daily scheduled information to communities on a large screen TV. You can display photos, messages, event listings, a 30-day calendar, and a daily weather orientation screen. Setting up your new player with the TV is quick and easy. After unboxing your player, just attach double-sided Velcro tape to the player and affix to the TV. Connect the power adapter to the power port on your player and then to your power outlet near the TV. Then connect an HDMI cable to the HDMI port on the player and then to the TV's HDMI port. Select the input on the TV to match the port you plug the player into. For the initial setup using Wi-Fi, you will need to plug a USB keyboard and mouse into the player's USB ports in order to select the wireless settings. If you are using an Ethernet network cable in lieu of the built-in Wi-Fi, you can plug it into the RJ45 jack on the player. The player comes equipped with built-in Wi-Fi that can connect to your facility's Wi-Fi system. Power on the player and allow it to boot up for a minute or so. The screen will display the option of connecting to the Ethernet connection or to a wireless network. Use your mouse to select the desired option. If you are using wireless, select one of the detected wireless networks that you want to connect to and then type in the network password when prompted. The player may take up to an hour to connect to the internet in order to retrieve your display content for the first time. After that, content is updated on your player every 20 to 30 minutes. Log into the website to add and update your scheduled content using the website address and login credentials provided. Enter your username and password and click the login button to enter the site. If you forgot your password, click on the Forgot Your Password link to retrieve your password by email. After you log in, you can change your password and profile information by clicking on the top left corner. Just click on the Change Password button, enter your new password credentials, and click Save. Next time you log into the website, use your new password. After you log in for the first time, you should review the default settings for your players and edit the information to suit your needs. First, select the player that you would like to review and edit. Click on the Edit Player button. The player management screen displays all of the settings that you can configure. The serial number is the unique serial number of the player. You can change the player description to easily remember the player location in your facility. The location field is the city and state of your facility that is used to retrieve the appropriate weather setting for the weather screen. The default template is the screen setting that will be used when you email photos and text to the player. The default language lets you select English or Spanish for the site. The default units fields can be used to change the temperature to Fahrenheit or Celsius. The screen orientation can be used to display in-portrait mode only with professional monitors. The offset setting can be used to adjust the player display to fit inside the TV screen. The sleep interval settings can be used to darken the TV screen overnight when you don't want the TV to display. The master player setting can be used when you have several players and you want some of them to reflect the same information. If the master player field is blank, then you can enter content for your current player to display independent of other players. If you select another player from the drop-down menu, then that player will display the same information as the master player selected. In this case, you won't have to add any content for your current player. Click on the Save button to save any changes that you may have made. Click on the Calendar Settings buttons to review and change the settings for your 30-day calendar. You can adjust the size of the text that is displayed in the 30-day calendar. The smaller the font size, the more text that can fit in each date cell of the 30-day calendar. But this will also affect the legibility. You can adjust the timeout for how long the 30-day calendar will display in the TV. If you intend to print the 30-day calendar, you can upload a customer image by clicking on the background image field, browsing your computer to select the desired JPEG image file, and clicking Save to upload the file. You can click on the Preview button to see what the 30-day calendar will look like. After reviewing the 30-day calendar, you can click on the Export button to create a PDF version of the calendar that can be printed. The PDF calendar will launch an Acrobat viewer and can be printed on paper. You can add your own photos and image files to display on your player. First, select the player to which you want to upload images. If you select all players, then the content you upload will be displayed on all of your players. If you select a specific player, then the content you upload will only display on that specific player. The content will then be transferred every 30 minutes from the website to the player via the internet connection. Content will be buffered on the player until updated content or changes are made. Select the template you want to use. The different templates allow you to customize the combined image and text formats that you wish to display. Click on the camera to browse out to your computer to find the file you want to upload. Click the Browse button. Select the JPEG file and click the Save button. Click on the OK button. Your uploaded file will appear in the playlist as a thumbnail view in the order that it will display on your TV. You can now perform certain functions on the uploaded photo, such as you can delete the photo from the playlist by clicking the red X. You can duplicate the image in the playlist. You can reorder the images in the playlist by clicking the forward or reverse arrows. And you can select the settings tool to change the display settings of each image in the playlist. On the content setup screen, you can set the time that the image will display on the TV. And if you have uploaded videos on the Pro model, you can set the time that the video will display on the TV. You can set the time of day that the image will appear on the TV. If the field is left blank, the image will show the entire day. And you can set the date range that the image will appear on the TV. Finally, you can set which days of the week that the image will be displayed within the selected date range. If the field is left blank, the image will appear every day. Just click the Save button to save the changes. The player can display the daily weather and location to provide ongoing orientation. To have a weather screen appear as one of the images in the playlist, click on the Add Content button. Then click on the Select Template drop-down menu and click on the Weather template. You have the choice of displaying just the current day's forecast after clicking the Save button. Or you can display the 5-day forecast. You can create customizable screens called message channels that contain daily events and notifications using pre-built templates. First, select the player on which you want the notification screen to appear. Then, click on the message channel. Click on the Add Channel button to create a new message screen. On the channel management screen, you can type in the name that you want to appear on the top of the screen. Select the time period that you want the screen to display. Choose the color of the top banner. Select whether you want the screen to be actively displayed or if you don't want it to be displayed at the present time but use it at a later time. Check the calendar box if you want the entries on this channel to display in the 30-day calendar. And finally, click Save to retain the settings. After you set up the message channel screen, you can now start adding message entries to the screen by clicking on the Add Message button. Start adding your entries by typing in the entry and associated comments. Set the time that the message entry will occur on that day. You can set the time of day that the entry will appear on the TV. If the fields are left blank, the entry will show the entire day. And you can set the date range that the message entry will appear on the TV. Again, if the fields are left blank, the entry will show every day. Finally, you can set which days of the week that the entry will be displayed within the selected date range. If the field is left blank, the image will appear every day. Just click the Save button to save the changes. After you have made your message entries, you can select any of the message channels you have created from this drop-down menu where you can view the details on the entry and edit them if you want, or you can delete the entry from the channel altogether. If you click on the Preview button, you can see what the message screen will look like on the TV. Finally, you can preview all the screens on your computer's web browser.